Football Manager 2022 has a brand new role. It's called the wide centre-back, and I know you're all very, very excited about it. So in today's video, I'm going to answer 4 key questions. What is a wide centre-back? How would you use a wide centre-back, and when would you use a wide centre-back? What makes a wide centre-back a good wide centre-back? And ultimately, who are the best wide centre-backs in Football Manager 2022? So what is a wide centre-back, right? Well, here on the tactics screen, we've selected wide centre-back and attack duty, because who wants to have a defensive wide centre-back, right? We want to have them bombing down that right-hand side or down that left-hand side. It says here that the main job of the wide centre-back is to stop opposing attackers from playing and to clear the ball from danger when required. So a defender, basically. They're still a defender first and foremost. However, unlike standard central defenders, the wide centre-back is encouraged to stay wide when in possession of the ball and support the midfield more like a fullback. With an attack duty, the wide centre-back is willing to make regular overlapping and underlapping runs to create 2v1 situations, and also has a higher tendency to dribble with the ball. So it's kind of like a mixture between a centre-back and a fullback. Right, so where would you use the wide centre-back then? Well, I think it's crucial to understand that the wide centre-back is designed for 5 at the back or 3 at the back formations. Don't go trying to use it in a 4-4-2 when you've only got 2 central defenders. It will not work. You'll leave yourself too exposed and it's just going to be absolute carnage. In this formation here, for example, I've selected for this Man City team a 4-2-1-2. You can see of my 3 central defenders here, 2 of them are already set as default ball playing defenders. So it's not a massive stretch to think, hey, let's just call them wide centre backs instead, right? And put them on attack. Listen, even if you've got 3 centre backs, having them 2 on attack is a little bit scary to me, but I think it could work in certain situations. And if you've got 5 defenders, right, surely you can let some of them rip. You'd like to think here that Laporte would be happy to overlap Zinchenko when in possession of the ball, and also underlap Zinchenko when in possession, creating those 2v1s which you spoke about earlier, as well as John Stones on the right hand side here, overlapping Cancelo and also underlapping Cancelo to create overloads in the midfield areas. Okay, so we've touched on what a wide centre-back is, we've touched on what kind of systems you would use them in, but what attributes do you need to be a good wide centre-back? So I've clicked on John Stones here and we'll select wide centre-back attack, and Football Manager will actually suggest the optimal attributes that you need to perform well in that position, and there's quite a lot, right? So John Stones needs to be good at crossing, dribbling, heading, marking, tackling, aggression, anticipation, bravery, composure, concentration, decisions, off the ball position and work rate, as well as jumping reach, pace, stamina and strength. So he hasn't got much to do. So I've created a player search, right, based on those attributes. We're not going to get 15 in every single one of those. Of course we're not. But we can find the best of the rest, right? And that's what I've done for you today. I've put together a list of the best wide centre-backs. First up, we've got Luke Ayling, okay? Not setting the world alight, of course he's not. He's a wide centre-back, don't forget. But look at that stamina he's got there, 19. And we know from his exploits in real life that he can play right back, he can play centre-back, right? He's 6'1", so he's got the stature to play that position. He's got the crossing ability, the dribbling ability, okay, the heading, the marking, the tackling, and look at that work rate as well, 18, as well as bravery of 16. In a lot of ways, Luke Ayling is the perfect wide centre-back. Then we've gone for Nacho Monreal, not getting any younger here, 35 years old, so you could probably pick him up for a nice little fee. Tackling 16, marking 15, but he's also got crossing and dribbling both of 12. He's 5'10", so not really the stature of Luke Ayling, but look at that concentration, decisions, composure, bravery, anticipation, and aggression. He's got those key mental defensive stats to be an excellent wide centre-back on the left this time, because he's left-footed, right? My scout has actually come back with a glowing reference for Luke Ayling. He's got consistent performer, he's got bravery, he's got enjoys big matches. Those are all 3 really, really good things to come out of his scout report. Again, my scout is really happy with Nacho Monreal, a consistent performer that is nice and green, good timing in the challenge, as well as plenty of international experience. Nikola Taglifico next. I apologize if I've got that pronunciation wrong, but he's a very, very good defender. Again, left-footed, and you can see he's just about got the technique to be able to dribble and cross, but the tackling of 17, the marking of 16, and look at those mentals, work rate of 17, leadership 16, bravery 17, and aggression 19. He's 5'8" though, so he's quite small. But do we really need our wide centre-backs to be so tall? I probably would want them to be tall, to be honest with you. But he's just got everything else you need, hasn't he, to play that position. Again, my scout has come back and he absolutely loves Taglifico. Consistent performer, could adapt well to living in another country. He's a perfectionist. Lucas Hernandez next, the French international. I'm assuming he's a World Cup winner, as are a lot of those French boys. 25 years old. He's an excellent defender. He's got such pedigree, look at that. And you'd probably argue he's more of a fullback than a centre-back, but being 6 foot tall and being able to tackle, mark and head the ball, he's got everything you need to be a world-class wide centre-back. Look at those mentals as well: aggression, bravery, determination, positioning, work rate. Such an excellent defender, Lucas Hernandez, in Football Manager 2022. Fairly consistent performer, this time from my scout. He's a natural in a couple of positions, very brave, a lot of high work rates, lots of praise here for Lucas Hernandez, and you can see why, right? He's a great player. Numero uno then is probably quite a controversial one because he's listed here as a box-to-box midfielder, but he's got everything you need to be a good wide centre-back, right? He's 5'11", he's got tackling, marking, crossing, dribbling, anticipation, bravery, determination, teamwork, work rate, acceleration, pace, stamina. He's got the lot, right? You just have to train him a little bit to be a centre-back. A huge, big, fat, green, consistent performer there from my scout for Federico Valverde. Possesses great pace, works well within a team. He's a natural in a couple of positions, although you will have to train him to be a wide centre-back. Enjoys big matches and displays a fairly determined attitude. Let's go make an offer for him, shall we? See how much he costs. Oh, well, he's got a minimum fee release clause of 72 million. Not many people have got that kind of money, have they? So that's been your wide centre-back video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's been useful to you and a bit of fun as well. Do hit like on the video if you've enjoyed it. Hit subscribe if you are new. If you want to see more from me, I've got my own Football Manager channel. That's called FM Wonderkids. I will link that up there. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you soon.